In this video, me and Danny are going to go through and rank all the maps in the game from the best ones to the worst ones. We're going to try to get through the early ones quick so that way we can get to the juicy ones at the end. We have some differing opinions and things get a little bit heated, so make sure that you stick around for that. I don't really care for this map.
What? No, you're wrong. I'm giving this S tier. This is the best map in the video game.
Oh, what? I hope that you guys enjoy the video. This tier list is actually available online. Any of you guys can go and use it if you want to. The link will be in the description, and let's go ahead and get into it and see which maps I absolutely hate. All right, the first map that we have is day drifting. We're going to be doing these in order from the easiest and the first ones in the game to the hardest and the last one in the game.
I think I'm gonna put day drifting at not a fan because it's not like a why is this in the game kind of map. It's just boring and regular old normal racetrack. You know what I mean?
Bro, I honestly don't remember what map this is at all.
Do you want to go hop in for this one?
Yeah, let me go look at it real quick.
All right, this is good old day drifting.
I'm starting to remember it already, bro. This is how you open the game. When you first open the game, this is it right here.
Yep.
The very first map that you even get to play. Probably the first map in any of my videos, to be honest.
Yeah, I think same for me. There are a couple shortcuts on this map, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad map. I think it's just boring.
But I feel like some of the more boring maps are kind of fun just because this is all fundamentals right here.
You're saying you like this map?
I kind of like this map. There's nothing special going on. It's all just clean drifts.
I think you've converted me. I think I'm going to move it up a tier. It's alright.
I'm putting it at I'm gonna go pretty solid. I actually like it. I like that there's nothing special going on and it's just the track. It's clean.
Okay. Next up, we got Bone Cavern 1, which for me, I feel like if we're saying day drifting is alright and pretty solid, I feel like Bone Cavern can also get, and it's alright.
Honestly, dude, I'm not a big fan of this map. There's just too many straightaways for me, and the way that you have to like avoid the obstacles and like riding on the ceiling and stuff, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't care for it.
Yeah, but hear me out. It's also like it starts to introduce like some hazards and stuff, so you get a little bit of the jumping, like you have to jump over some stuff, and like that's when you first find out that you can drive on the walls and the ceilings and stuff. So I feel like it's
have you ever seen basketball before?
Basketball? What's basketball?
All right, so go ahead and start with saying what you was gonna say again.
I said
boring. It's from the show, bro. This map is boring. I'm putting it not a fan. I don't like it.
Oh my god, dude.
Third map, we have Curvy Canyon.
All right, might be a hot take, but I think I'm gonna give Curvy Canyon a pretty solid as well. I feel like it's like day drifting, but a little bit better, so I gotta rank it a little bit higher. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't have strong feelings either one way or the other on this map. It's just very mid. It's just, it exists. It's there.
Yeah, but it's like a cooler day drifting, I think. You have to put it higher than where you have day drifting, in my opinion.
I don't have to do anything. I'm dropping it, and it's
valid, but
it's aight.
All right. Next up, we got Lazy Lake. I honestly can't remember it that much. Let's jump into that one.
Let's jump in.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This is not ringing any bells right now. Even loading into it here.
It's a whole new experience.
Yeah, brand new map, dude. All right, well, let's run a lap and see what we think here.
Have we ever played this map before? I don't think I've played this map before.
Oh yeah, totally have.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, we have. Yes, I actually do remember this.
I don't remember this at all.
I do remember this. It's a little bit boring. Yeah. This is in a couple of both of our videos.
I don't think that's true. I don't think this is in any of my videos. I'm pretty confident. I've never played this map before.
If anyone in the comments knows if Cadence has a video on this map, please let us know.
Try to call me out.
This map kind of blows. I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty boring. Man, honestly, this map is all right, but I don't really care for the way that you just jump over the obstacles. The ones where you just jump and then go back down. I don't like that. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, not a fan for me as well. Next up, we got Airborne 1.
I kind of like this map, but I don't super like this map. I like that it's finally starting to introduce a little bit of vertical movement, some aerial play, but even still, it's just like, it's another one of those maps. It's just kind of there. It's aight.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's just like a slightly fancier day drifting. It has the different like levels you can drive on, like higher and lower and stuff. So I'm actually just gonna put this. It's alright.
It's aight.
It's not bad. It's not Lazy Lake boring, but it's alright. It's alright.
And the next one we have Anarchy Arches.
Anarchy Arches, F tier, bottom tier.
Really?
I'm not a fan. Yes, it's like Florida Highway Simulator. It's just like long straightaway and then a little bit of a turn. Oh, you go on the ceiling one time, but it's more boring than Lazy Lake in my opinion. It gets a big thumbs down from me.
Where are you putting it?
Not a fan.
Not a fan?
I'm putting it bottom tier. No, it's why.
It's why?
Why?
I'm actually going to disagree with you just because the way that I feel about Anarchy Arches 2 and the way that makes me feel seeing Anarchy Arches without all the pain and suffering on that map, I'm going to put it in its aight.
Dude, that actually you kind of make a good point there. I'm not gonna lie, but I gotta commit to my decision here. Next up, we have Dust Up 1. I don't remember this one that much. We might have to
You want to jump in?
Jump into this one. Yeah, I think so. All right, this one I'm starting to remember this a little bit. Are you? Or are you
I know
lost
this
in the
one.
sauce?
No, I know this one.
Let me see. I need to do a full lap here real quick.
You gotta catch some of the nostalgia for it. You know, bring back the old days.
Nostalgia in the 1 month old video game.
1 month old video game.
Okay, yeah, I'm fully remembering this one. I don't mind this one.
You got it locked down. You just want to jump out.
Yeah. I think I'm good here.
You know, to be honest, I don't like the straightaways in this map, but there is one thing that I do like about this map, and it's that it reminds me of MotorStorm.
What's MotorStorm?
It's a PS3 racing game. I'm gonna put it in its I8. I don't actually like it, but just for the other nostalgia, for the fake nostalgia I was talking about, I'm putting it in its I8.
I have to put it in its I8 because it's better than Lazy Lake and Anarchy Arches, and I do feel like I feel like it's a decent step up, like with the stuff toward the end where you drive on the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good step up.
A nice progression.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it's all right.
Next map we have Festive Falls.
We know this one. We do
know this one.
We still get this in ranked. I do awful at it all the time, so not a fan. That's the only reasoning I have for giving it that, and that's what I'm sticking to. Oh, the other thing is there's the waterfall shortcut that's just a complete bait and not worth doing. So not a fan for that alone, honestly.
You're putting it not a fan?
Not a fan.
I hate this map. It should not be in the higher ranks at all. There's not enough of a skill gap. It's boring. It's not fun. I don't like it. Putting it in Y, because why?
So next up, we have K2 Raceway. This, honestly, you might not be expecting this, but I'm giving this a pretty solid. I feel like
pretty
it's
solid?
Yeah, it's a fun little like basic track. You go around some turns. You got to flip up onto the ceiling at the one part. I think it's pretty solid. It's a fun little track. I like it.
Here's my logic. I've only ever played this map in privates. I've never played it in ranks, so I'm gonna put it in Y, because why did you put it in the game if I'm not gonna get to play it?
That's valid. That's very valid.
All right, next up we have Cliff Runner. I'm in the middle of this map too. It's just kind of like, it's kind of boring, but it's kind of early on, so it kind of needs to be boring.
Yeah, I'd say it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. It's a better Cliff Runner 1 because there's not hazards all over the place. Next up is a Puddle Jumper 1. I know where I'm going to put this. What are you thinking?
I like this map. I'm going to put it in pretty solid. I think it's a cool map, and I like the jump over the puddle, believe it or not.
I have to agree. I'm also going pretty solid.
Yep, pretty solid for me.
Because there's like, you start to figure out like, should you take the tubes or should you not take the tubes? So you start to get like that like decision making on like routes and stuff.
Definitely some options.
Yeah, so I give that a pretty solid.
Now we have Bone Cavern 2. It's like the first Bone Cavern, except it's not, because it's the second one, which actually makes me like it a little bit more. I like the stuff that they added to it. They made it just a little bit harder and made it just a little bit less boring.
Yeah, I agree. I think this one is pretty solid.
I also agree.
Because it's just like 2 turns and 2 straightaways basically, but if you manage your turbos correctly, like you could just never lose on this map. So for that reason, I'm giving it pretty solid since it has that layer like to the map of strategy.
Yep, pretty solid.
Next up, we have Outpost. Now, Outpost, I feel like it's pretty okay, but you know what? You go first. You go first here.
Outpost is a special map to me because I hate it. I don't enjoy it. I don't think it's fun. And why would you put it in the game? Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Here's my thing. I hate it because of like the barn and that one booster that always kills you. But if they fix those things, it's really good. I think like it's not good, but it's like pretty solid. But since it has those issues, I'm gonna give it it's alright.
Whoever made the single car wide barn door should work for the CIA torturing people, because that is straight mental abuse, and I don't like it. Get it out of here. All right, we have Windy Way, and this map is like, it's close to good, but it's not quite good, just because it's a little too short, and it really wasn't fun until I learned the actual routes for it, which means I can't put it in good.
Yeah. I'm giving it not a fan because it's kind of just like flight simulator to me. Like you take that big flight skip, and then the ending of the map is a big flight, and I don't know. I like the maps where you drive more personally.
I get that.
So I'm giving that not a fan.
I win a lot on this map, so I'm putting pretty solid.
That's valid. Next up, we have Pleasant Pit Stop, dude. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go first here. Why?
Why? It's one of the worst maps in the game.
Why? Just the shortcut's kind of boring, like where you have to get those boosts on like the top of the buildings and stuff, and then that final drift turn on like the most unstable ground ever is the worst thing in this whole video game. That is a very deep down in the depths why.
It's the least satisfying map in the game, in a game that's actually pretty satisfying to play, and it's one of first maps that you get to play, and even still with it being one of the first maps you get to play, it has that broken ramp at the very beginning of the race, so as soon as somebody logs on, I'm pretty sure it was actually the first map I ever played on. And so I saw that, and I was like, well, this doesn't look too good. The first ramp is broken in the game.
The little sidewall things.
Yes,
like
the first ramp at the very beginning of one of the first maps you get to play. Take it out, fix it. What are you doing?
Yep, agreed 100%.
Okay, now we have Sidewinder. And Danny, do you want me to go first?
You know what? I know that you don't love this map, so I'm just gonna go first real quick. Sidewinder, good. Hitting those drifts is super satisfying. Hitting the drifts is so satisfying. I wish that it gave you fewer players on it, but as a map itself, like it is absolute S tier for me. I love it. I love the drifts, the chain drifts. It's a great time once you get good at it.
The chain drifts are fun, but I don't like the fact that they're tunnels and everybody spins you around in tunnels. I don't like the straightaways. There's so many of them, and I don't like the way they place the obstacles. I don't care for it. It's not awful, but I'm putting it in not a fan, especially now with the fact that people are going under the map and skipping the whole race. Not a fan.
Okay, I want to try and convert you a little bit, so I have a counter argument to everything you just said.
Okay.
Skill issue.
I don't care.
All right, next we have Anaconda. Anaconda, I don't like it as much as everybody else likes it, but I can acknowledge that it's really good.
Yeah.
Where are you putting it?
Good. It's finger licking good, buddy. That's going up there at the top.
I could give it an S tier now that I'm a little bit better at it. Especially if I'm giving Sidewinder S tier. Anaconda definitely deserves it.
This game straight up reminds me of Crash Team Racing, Mario Kart. Feels like it's straight out of one of those games. I think it's the best designed map in the game as far as like pure fun to play. I don't really care for the straightaway, but they give you plenty of boosts ahead of time for it, so it makes up for it. I think it's one of the best maps in the game.
Then there's Tilted Turnpike.
Tilted Turnpike.
Not a fan. Not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you a dissertation or cite my sources. It's just too long, and I don't like it.
Not a fan, really.
Not a fan.
Why would you put it in the game? Because I'm putting it in Y, because I hate it.
Speaking of maps we hate, Olympus, why? Down at the bottom. I hate those sidewalls. I hate the flying. I get screwed every single time on that map. It has a cool shortcut, whatever, but why would I ever choose to play this is my response, is my answer to this map.
Casually, I would drop it in Y, but once you know the routes, I think it's actually kind of fun. It's not great by any means. It's got some problems. I'm wrong, so I'm putting it in. It's alright. All right, we have Riviera. This map, I think we're about to do the opposite because everybody likes this map. I don't really care for this map. I don't like the fact that you have to slow down on the drifts, and I don't like the straightaway. It's too long. The checkpoint's messed up when you get killed near the houses. It sends you way too far back. I don't like it. I'm putting it in not a fan.
I agree with you about the checkpoint issue, but I'm giving this S tier. Good, brother. I love the vibes of this map. I think it has the perfect balance of straightaways and shortcuts, and like the shortcuts on top of the castle and like going through the one gate. Like I feel like it's perfect like risk reward balance. It's like it's a cool vibe. Even with the shortcut thing aside, this is the best map in the video game in my opinion.
Your logic makes sense. It's just not fun to play for me.
Yeah, it is the best map in the game.
That's crazy.
100%. So how you feeling about Curvy Canyon 2?
Curvy Canyon 2. This map is just, it's mid. It's so mid. It's not fun, but it's not annoying either. It's another one of those maps that just, it seems like it exists.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Where are you putting this so far? What's your...
It's aight.
I'm gonna convert you 100%, and I know I'm gonna convert you.
Oh, let's hear this.
The upside down tubes that you constantly get bumped in and like trolled when you're trying to get the one.
I'm gonna go ahead and slide this into not a fan.
and then after that, the like wide like rectangular tunnel that has the boosts on the ceiling.
Yes.
That you can never properly jump and flip to.
Especially with the broken setting that doesn't let you invert your steering.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
I don't hate it. It's not a why, but not a fan because of those problems.
Airborne 2.
Love it.
I also love it. It's fun. I like it. I like the actual strats for the higher ranks of it. I think it's a fun map to play. I love feeling like I'm flying around, jumping from stuff. It's fun. I like it.
Yeah, it is very
good.
Fun. Yep, agreed. Enough said. That's all that needs to be said. The vibe is about to completely flip because next is Anarchy Arches 2. Thoughts?
This map is pain and suffering if you could wrap it into a bottle and then put the bottle in the ocean, and then the dude with Wilson found it, and then he just, well, I can't say what happens next in the video, but you get the point. Nobody likes likes it. Dude hasn't seen Civilization in years, and he's still he's still not having a good time. Would you say it's the worst map in the game, other than Pleasant Pit Stop?
Is it the worst map in the game?
Oh, okay, I'll say it's the second worst map in the game because Pleasant Pit Stop is so early on when you get it that there's no excuse for it. They should have put more effort into it. Anarchy Arches 2.
Yeah.
Why? Take it out.
Yeah, it gets a Y from me also. I don't know if I'd call it the worst though. I said Olympus was the worst. Maybe it is worse than Olympus. Maybe Olympus isn't the worst map in the game. I don't know. It gets Y regardless, so it doesn't even matter.
Dust Up 2. I'm a huge fan of this map, mainly because I slap people in this map, and this map I think is the most fun map out of the whole game, maybe other than Anaconda, just because it's so compact. And once you know the route, dude, jumping up and down from stuff, back and forth, sliding around, it's so satisfying to play. And I bet it's even more satisfying to watch somebody who's actually like killing it run on that map.
Yeah, that's S tier.
Good.
Puddle Jumper 2, dude, S tier as well. Love that one. Love that one. Mostly because I'm good at it. And I really like the shortcuts. Like you feel, it's one of those maps where like you do this shortcut and you feel cool doing it. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I feel the same way as I do about the first map. I think it's cool, and I think it's about just as fun as the first map, but with just a little bit more difficulty. So since I put that one pretty solid, I have to drop this one into pretty solid.
Cliff Runner 2, it goes down there next to Anarchy Arches 2, dude.
I disagree.
Excuse me?
I think this map's actually kind of fun.
Dude, if you don't like Anarchy Arches, how do you like Cliff Runner?
Because
What?
I'm a hypocrite. What do you mean? Once I got the route down and learned how to actually avoid all the obstacles, I think it's all right. I'm gonna put it in its eye. I would put it pretty solid, but just because I know how actually not well designed it is, it has to go in its eye.
All right, bet.
So what I need you guys to do is I need you to go over to Danny's video and check out his tier list and tell me why mine is so much better than his, and tell him why mine is so much better than his.
What?
I also want you guys to go into the link in the description and make your own tier list and tweet them at me. Twitter.com/thecadence. I want you to tweet them at me and I want to see them. Oh yeah, make sure to use creator code cadence, KDENCE, no period. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
I used it, and that's why I have so many subscribers.
Sick.